Well, hello there once again, everybody, for another episode of Splash That Cash. I have three tables of high-low going as we speak. I'm actually on the left. This is a really strange spot. I got a four bet, and I'm going to be potting that on the very left. Just because that range is his range was aces, and unfortunately, he's probably going to have like ace ace deuce here. But I'm still drawing towards the low, and I have ace. Ooh, and he has an eight as well. That makes it really tough. So unfortunately, yeah, I get quartered there. That is not the funnest pot ever. The reason I pot that flop after getting four bet is in case he has like ace ace king 10 ace ace brick brick that can't make a low on that board. He's just going to be folding every time, and I'll be picking it up. Plus, if he had ace ace three or something, at least I have ace deuce to get half the pot when all the times he does call. Unfortunately, I lose that and lost 100 net. So I have another table of Omaha Hi in the upper right that you guys aren't gonna be able to see. I'm just playing it because there's two very bad players, and I'm kind of forced to play it, and that's 153. Ace Queen 9-3 at a 10 or 9 max currently is too bad to play in that position. Um, this right here is a much better high hand on the very left table than low, but having position on the button is definitely okay to be potting that, I believe. King Jack 7-8, we're going to be folding that. My strategy in high-low is definitely position oriented and very, very aggressive. Um, you'll see me be aggressive on really strange boards. The majority of people fold middling type hands in high low. Not everybody does, but the majority of people do. Um, this is probably a really good spot to just check call. Betting out's okay, and check raising I think is really awful. Um, my high hand is definitely probably going to be good if like I hit a flush or three of a kind or something. Now I have a gut shot. Still have the high possibility, or should have the high majority of the time if I hit. And that gives me just this ace 5 7 6 3 low and nothing else. So I'm just going to be checking. I would really hate to get raised in that spot ever. I'm probably calling. He doesn't have deuce 4 very often. Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't bet there. I ended up calling the middle table. Hands like this, especially in like a 9-10 max game, anytime you make the high and there's no chance for low, you can scoop just a huge pot. And that's the reason why I play that, but that's a horrible flop, obviously. King 10-6-4 out of position. We're gonna be folding that. I hope I can get in a couple good spots soon to just talk about the thought process of why I'm betting. I take a lot of bluff lines in high-low. Hopefully, I don't play high-low too often. I really don't. But hopefully, my opponents on these tables aren't going to be watching these videos because I do take a lot of bluff lines in high-low. It's definitely where the majority of my profit comes from. I don't. The thing is, in high-low, you do get to a lot of showdown pots just because one person has the high, one person has the low. But on all those boards, like say this board right here, the Jack 7-7-5 board, if you're like potting that, someone just isn't going to be calling with a low draw very often unless they have the high and low draw. Ace King 6-5 multi-ways. We're just going to be checking that. Checking that again. Definitely a horrible flop. Multi-ways. Heads up that actually the Queen Jack Deuce is pretty decent to be betting. We have Ace 3-4-8 double suited. Rakoslav raises, and I'm going to be re-raising. Definitely, I think okay to just be calling. Oh, and this is no limit. An idiot jams on me. I think my hand is probably too good to fold, to be honest. A lot of people might hate this call, but I'm kind of a gambleaholic, and he's gonna have aces a lot, but I have so many scoop possibilities. And that's kind of unfortunate. I made 100 pairs. It is definitely tough to make these videos and be playing 4 tables at once during these videos. I'm just gonna be folding. I know I'm drawing to the nuts there. But playing out of position, drawing to the high nuts, and anytime I miss the turn, I'm going to be facing a pot size bet majority of the time. So it's just not worth it in my mind. I have a pair and a pretty decent low. I might be able to quarter them. It's possible. Okay. Potting my button like I do a lot. This is an okay board to be betting. Jack 7-4, he doesn't make too many hands too often. He's probably just drawing at a low. Definitely gonna be betting large, just because I think the majority of the time he is drawing at a low in that pot. And if I bet high enough, he's just a lot of the time he's just gonna collapse. And I have nothing, but I am going to be betting, and I don't think there's any reason to be betting more than half pot. And he does fold. I'm going to be taking a kind of a strange line here and just be raising Rakoslav. Just because I check back flop, and a lot of the time he's just going to be trying to steal it from me on the turn, thinking that I didn't connect very well. Ace, King, Queen, Jack. You could make an argument for calling there. I like being aggressive. I like betting in position. Ace, King, 4 deuce, definitely a great hand for Hi-Lo. Gonna be potting. Got to keep remembering this is a no limit game. Another pretty decent hand for Hi-Lo. Ace, 6, 7 deuce. You'll see me be playing way more pots than the majority of people. It's my style. I am very loose aggressive. Whenever I coach people or help people out with their game, I don't necessarily just go straight by the way I think it should be played. A lot of the times I'll go off of what they feel comfortable with and how they like to play, and then build on that. I think that everyone can definitely improve their game, but if you're just watching my videos and going strictly from that, I think that you're gonna find yourself in trouble a lot. I think that you should take my concepts and kind of adapt them into your game properly. There's definitely a lot of good things that you can do watching my game, but if you try and mimic me exactly, you're gonna end up losing a lot of money. You're gonna be playing a lot of pots, and you're gonna find yourself in so many spots that you're not used to that you have to be careful with it. But if you watch and you see a lot of spots that I tell you about is like the thought process and kind of what I'm doing or how you should be playing it. Then if you implement that into your style, say you're a really tight player, and you watch a pot where I say, I'm making this bet because this guy's really tight, and I think this is his range, so you should adjust accordingly. Then you take your style and you're the tight player in his spot, and you adjust your range accordingly. So say you're that tight player that I'm talking about, and how you should be playing the hand. then you just use the exact opposite psychology. So let's say, for example, a guy three bets me in Omaha that never three bets. So I instantly put him on,